going to show you how to add content to either notes, docs, risks, actions of any project element. So we're going to go back into our projects and select our build a house. And we're going to expand this list so we can see all of the work breakdown structure. And we're going to go ahead and add content. Now, to add content, you look over here and you'll see D for documentation, notes for, and R for risks, A for actions, and S for the executive summary status report. So what we do now is add, for instance, a document. If I want to add a document, I can add to any level. It doesn't have to be the lowest level. So any one of these pieces can have actions, risks, notes, and documents assigned to them. You can indicate if a person is able to access this content within the person's profile. This way you can limit who can see what. For instance, you may not want to have investors viewing all the nitty-gritties in terms of the notes, your own personal notes. So you may want that to be actually disabled. So in order to add a document, and all of these 3 or 4 elements work the same way, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a document to Harry to lay flooring right here. You click on D, it asks for a document title, and we're going to call this a car dash, just because that's the document I'm going to add. Doc description, car dash in a B200. And my URL, which I already have, is from a Dropbox, and you say save. What you'll notice now is under documents is a number 1. If I want to see that document, I can simply click on it, the number 1. It'll tell me what it is. If I want to see it, click on the eye. It will launch, and there's the car dash. To add a note, a risk, or an action, which are all very similar, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add a risk here. So we're going to add a risk to lay the flooring. It'll ask me if I want to do this. I'm going to say OK. The risk subject is might not have Peter available. The details advised me that he's going on vacation. There's a high risk that that's going to happen. The follow-up dates can be changed. So I want to follow this up, I don't know, by let's say Monday. The assigned person, you can change that. The source of the meeting, if you want to track this, these can be called telephone calls. And most importantly, the mitigation strategy. Well, how do I plan on addressing this? So my mitigation strategy is going to be to talk with Harry about filling in for Peter. Click Save. And I now have my first risk. Again, you can look at a risk by simply hovering over top of it. You'll see a summary of it. Just like you can hover over top of the number 1 for car dash, and you'll see car dash. Or else I'll say click to add the note. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the risk number 1, which will show me the one risk that I have here. Now I can edit this risk by clicking the box and then clicking edit, or clicking the box and clicking delete. I can add progress notes by clicking on this progress note button. And this is the risk itself. So I'm going to close that off. You can add new risks from here as well, indicate whether or not they're active or inactive at this level. And so let's go and close this box off. So that's how you're going to add documents, risks, update progress notes, and the status report's the same thing. When you add a status report, you indicate whether or not it's a red or a green status. So I'm going to go ahead and try that too. So at the project level, it'll say, do you want to actually do this? I'm going to say yes. Report content. This project is going very well. No showstoppers. And I'm giving it a green assessment. Clicking anywhere on the screen will reveal the save button. And now I have my first status, which you can hover and just see the contents with. Now, let's go back and look at how that looks like at the main menu. Here are the projects, build the house, and the status is green. If I want to look at my risks, you'll see where it says build the house, and it's lay the flooring, and might have Peter available. Might not have Peter available. And of course it's a future date, so it's not going to show up as being read. So that's how you go about adding notes and actions and documents and status report to your project plan.